I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. So, for the day done, you a go love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Good morning, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, my name is Man. Hope you're having a top morning, enjoying the day so far. And if you have no reason to give thanks, I can give you one. You have life this morning. You're alive. And so we give thanks for life. Yeah, we give thanks for life. You know, it's a privilege to live every day and to be alive every day. Because many times the things that keeps life together, they are out of our hands, but yet we still live. You know, we don't see our heart, but we know that there is a heartbeat. We don't see the brain, but we know that there is functionality. So we give thanks. You understand me? The livers and kidneys are working in the human. We give thanks. We give thanks for life. Yeah, so listen, I want you to take the opportunity today to seek to add value to people's life. Whatever you do today, make sure you're adding value to the life of others. It's a very important thing. And I think if we set our hearts on doing that as a people and as a nation, life will be better. If each of us strive to make somebody's life better, then life on a whole will be better for all of us. Today we have a very, very special show. You know, we have the Legends Corner, and we have been interviewing some of the great coaches in our history. Coaches that have had impact at the schoolboy level and at the Premier League level, at the top leagues and what you'd call professional league in our country, and at the amateur leagues. Many of them, and today we have a next great legendary coach who is going to be speaking to us. But his accolades go way beyond the sporting field. You know, he's a Harvard graduate, yes, and he's a dental surgeon, And so I'm very sure that after this, if you have dental procedures that you need to deal with, he's the man that you need to speak to. We're going to have him on. But first and foremost, let me say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. This video is sponsored by Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. And so for all your financial needs right now, you can speak to Prestige Finance. They're located in Linstead, St. Catherine, and they're offering you loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. And if you call them today and say you're calling from I Am Sure Sports, you'll no processing fee, same day processing, 0 to 4% interest rate. Also to launch Legacy, where they handle risk. Seek Legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. In fact, Launch Legacy freely provided a webinar yesterday with good financial advice. If you have not watched that podcast, please make sure you check it out on the channel. It's very, very good. It will help you to get your money working for you. Also want to say big up to Trick Nick. We have two persons, IT Push and one other person who won. Your Trick Nick products are ready. But I have so many messages I need to know how to get them to you again. So if you can, and the other person, I know once I see the number, I'll remember the name. So you can do that as well. All right. So without any, further ado, I'm going to invite and welcome our very special guest this morning. He is the Cornwall College head coach, coach Violet Kickers to the Premier League Championship. Was outstanding at Howard University, great mind, and his name is Dr. Dean Weatherly. So let's welcome him to I Am Sure Sports this morning. Dr. Weatherly, good morning.
Morning. How are you doing, Paddy? Morning.
I am doing good, man. I don't know, it sounds like you're sleeping, man. I look like you're sleeping, like you lie down. Oh, your audio, I don't know what you're touching. Okay.
Better now?
Yeah, man, better now, but we only seen half your face.
No,
so
let me sort out this thing. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, but you're good, right? So every time you lean back, you're gone out of the shot.
Okay, all right. Let me come up there. I relax on Friday.
It's relaxing. All right, so
Tell me when me look good.
That's
all
right.
Good now.
Yeah, right there. If you could even come over a little more, to be better, because you're not in the middle of the camera.
Of your thing. All right.
Right. So if you could shift to
I'm going to a different room.
Okay.
Sit down better. And,
yes.
But when you gone at the start, I think it was you there overseas.
No, man. I'm in Jamaica now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in Jamaica.
Let me start out. This better now.
Yeah, but that's a whole that's a whole lot better. But you notice there's two black thing on the side of your camera. That's absolutely better. So you need to flip it back how it was.
All right, so
there you go. Absolutely wonderful. There we go.
Right. Boy, this is sitting there fooling me. Okay. No. All right, me go down now.
All right. So welcome again to I Am Sure Sports. So good having you. Dr. Weatherly, so good having you on. The original CC, we must say, because I know I normally have a lot of Clarendon College people in here and they keep telling me that there is only one CC, the one in Clarendon, okay. But there is a CC that I think existed before that CC in Clarendon.
Yeah, we're from 1896.
1896, there you go.
Right.
So a lot of history there.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, and I see you have one of your former student as well, Carlton Claggy Alexander, already in the building. So welcome all the persons in the comment and in the comment section. Please remember to hit the like button. So Dr. Weatherly, listen, let's begin how we normally do by asking you to share with us your journey into football. Did you start out football coaching? Did you start out playing? And just tell us what it was like for you growing up through the ranks, all the way to Cornwall College, because we know you attended that school.
Yes, well, football, yeah, is integral in, back in those days, video games, so everybody's outside. So we did almost everything. Football, cricket, run up and down, go a river, go pond, go sea, all the usual things. A lot of board games, dominoes, ludi, checkers, chess, backgammon, you name it. It's not like today, everybody is against these video games. It's problematic, I think, for children growing up. Because nobody wants to be outside in the sun. Parents even like it in that the children inside, and to me they're very sedentary, not doing anything, putting on weight, inculcating some bad habits, eating all this fast food and KFC, Burger King, this, that, and the other, and sitting down there, and at the end of the day, you see a lot of fat, unhealthy children rocking around. But back in our days, we leave early in the morning in the community. We know if we reach the yard probably when at lunchtime. Then we back out again. And by nightfall, you're back home. And it only argued well for you because you either playing football, sometimes you play football all day and you can't tire. Play cricket. Well, not much track and field, but cricket and football was the main thing. Shoot bird, fish. All them fishing at the pond, do this in the sea, and all them kind of things there. And we went from there. I went to Montgomery Infant School. That is where everything started. Then I went to Culinary Avenue Primary, which is what they call boys' school. Which is
That's the same school. That's the same school Steve Buckner went to.
Yeah, man. Steve Buckner. Steve Buckner. How power, man? The whole line of people go to that Culinary Avenue Primary, and from there, in my community, which is Paradise Acres, we had Ali McNabb, Billy Vernal, may soul rest in peace. I don't know if you know Billy Vernal. Well, probably might hear about him, but these are the people, and you have Bull Harris. These are people in our communities who took us as youths. We started as early as 7 years old down the park, kicking around and them guiding us along the way. And all these activities, through all these different type of activities. So they're the ones who really started me out in football. Well, I was a chubby kid in growing up, so I ended up in the goal because those days you're either going to be a defender or you're going to be a goalkeeper. Yeah, man. There passed on entrance, entered Cornwall College. So to show you the transition, still playing football, but when I went to Cornwall College, I was 125 pounds in first round.
Wow.
And then third farm, I was still 125 pounds, but at least 5 inches taller. So you see the transition now.
Yes.
So it was from being chubby now to be sleek and slim.
To be tall. Yes.
Taller. Used to do long distance, 1,500, 3,000 meters. Still full around the football. But didn't go for the team as every evening. I live near the school. Just used to run home, play football in the community. Every morning you get up, run a couple miles, normal for us in the community. Everybody, all the youths. And then actually, a sports master by the name of Mr. Jackson at the time at Cornwall saw the ability and said, time for me to come and run for the school. I tell him, no, sir, I'm not run for the school. No, do nothing. And him say, hey, you don't know Cornwall pride or nothing. Detention. 1 week straight detention.
Because you chose not to run for the
man.
school?
Yes, man. Then, so that went by. West Champs went by and so on and so forth. Didn't do anything at all. In fourth form now, still did not choose to play under 14 for the school. And it ended up same way detention again. Same Mr. Jackson. in fifth form, we went through fifth form when I played under 16 and Dacosta Cup together. I was the under 16 captain. The Dacosta Cup at that time. And then, well, Cornwall at that time lost the sixth form and they had started this community college. So when I matriculated from fifth form, I went to Monroe College because of sixth form, and I played 2 years at Monroe. Ended up captain in the final year under Coach Banta, Paul Banta, and another coach named Mr. Wright. But that is how it is, and then went to Howard University.
So after Monroe, you moved straight to Howard University?
Yes, I did.
We lost the audio again.
So I did undergrad at Howard.
Okay.
And there I played, it wasn't a football, but I got academic card. Played football for them as a walk-on.
Explain that to me, you mean as a walk-on?
Meaning you went and, they did not recruit you. So you went and tried out for the team.
Okay.
Right.
Were there any other Jamaicans there at the time when you were there that you would have played with at Howard?
At Howard, well, we started out with Gilbert McPherson.
Oh, your audio it's gone so low.
Oh, Gilbert McPherson. You know, Gilbert.
Yes.
One of the best goalkeepers, our best thing ever passed through. Audio come back?
Yes,
Yeah, so Gilbert McPherson, Bancroft Garden, Carlton Briscoe, Dugan, the list goes on and on. Donny Street, McPherson from Calabar.
Michael Davey was there with your brother Paul.
No, Michael Davey was no man. Paul is younger than I am.
Okay.
But Michael Davey was there. They played together. But Michael Davey had graduated already. That's Michael and Richie.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, but they played for Jamaica Nats. That's the team, the local, one of the teams in the leagues here.
Okay.
Right. And then you had other Jamaicans. Well, I said Bancroft Garden, Carlton Briscoe, Donny Street. There are a lot of Jamaicans for there. Holy for them.
Okay.
Howard McIntosh.
Okay.
Christopher Wayne Hunt. That is Wagga Hunt's younger brother.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, a lot of us were there.
All right. So, I mean, what was your footballing? Did you have any accomplishment there? Did you win anything at Howard at that time?
No.
As a player, did the school have any success?
No, not at that. No, after me, when we brought in some other players, when I graduated from there and went to dental school. You know,
I think the audio I don't know why, but the audio keep going up and down.
I probably have to change the device, but let me see what's on.
I guess because you're probably holding it in your hand, you're shifting. Yeah. All right, let's stay right there. Yeah.
We have the black spot.
Yeah, man.
So,
okay.
In doing all of that, we didn't really achieve anything or win anything, but we brought in a lot of young players. My brother, Barrington Watson, the goalkeeper, Anthony Laird, Christopher Thomas, Nigel Grant. A lot of young players came in after me. And Peter Bumi Isaacs. And they actually reached the final against Indiana and lost 2-1. First in a very long time. But we had a team, a championship team though, that played locally, which is called Uprising Football Club, which was formed by Mr. Errol Gillette. And we achieved a lot of things. Amateur Cup winners. We went to the semi-final of the Open Cup, which is all USA. You know, we did a lot of things after that. Then after graduating from dental school now, came back to Jamaica.
Okay.
1991, I returned to Jamaica. And in my community of Paradise, I coached a team they had formed called Sugar United, and we won the Division 1 that year. Well, they asked me to come and coach because I never had the coaching thing at all. I was here doing my dentistry, and I don't know why they figure say I could coach. But
also at that time you had not coached. They just saw you as a dentist, knew you play football, and asked you to coach the team.
Exactly. Exactly. So organized up that we won that year with Theodore Whitmore was on that team. Let me see any other players. No, you don't know really anybody else. But of note was Theodore Whitmore, a fella named Warren Blois, who is the head of sports at Cornwall right now, the sports director. But we had a lot of young players coming out from that unit. Then when I came back, I started playing for Violet Kickers, and then I turned player coach.
Oh, you played for Violet Kickers in the 90s?
Yeah, man, I played for Violet Kickers, and even with Catfish Garnet. He and I played together.
Oh, wait, you're talking when Warren Barrett was there keeping?
Yeah, man. Warren
and the Foster brothers?
Warren Norman, both Norman and Leroy.
Whoa.
Burton Thompson, Free Pay, a whole heap for them. Fire Red, George Blake. Let me see, a whole heap for them. The list goes on and on. Yeah, man. Gary Vassell, all of those players. Theodore himself. I was player coach at the time.
I didn't know, but you actually won with Violet Kickers.
Yeah, both as player and as a coach. So they won in '93 with Errol Gates was the coach, and then I won in '95, '96 season. Probably still the only coach to do that, win both schoolboy football and Premier League in the same season.
Oh, in the same. Also, hold on. So, all right, I didn't know that part. I know you won Dacosta Cup with Cornwall on more than one occasion, but I didn't know in 1996 when you won the Premier League, you also won the Dacosta Cup.
Yeah, 1995-96 season. Yeah, man, that was the year when I coached both Cornwall and Violet Kickers, and we won that in that year.
That was the Cornwall College team with Milton Bunny.
No, Bunny didn't win. That Bunny was in '93.
That's Ricketts. With Ricketts.
Yeah, this was Devon Ricketts.
Devon Ricketts, right?
No, not Devon. Donovan, sorry.
Right, the
Donovan,
goalkeeper. Yeah.
Donovan, the goalkeeper. Who was there? That was Donovan, Mark Hill, Lee Croft Letman, who is in coaching now. I think he's he's a part of he's in charge of Western Jamaica for the JFF, where the coaching school.
Right.
Yeah, man, that year we won that when Mark Spoonhill scored that in Sonadet, the golden goal against Rossies.
So how were you able in the 1995-1996 season coach Violet Kickers and both teams at the same time to championship?
We had a good cadre of players, and primarily what I used to do is we used to train in the mornings at Cornwall and also some part of the evening, and then from there we pick up. So when I'm leaving Cornwall, we're going down to the Kickers training because school over 3 o'clock, so by 4:30 we finish there. Then we go down to Kickers, which starts by 5. I used to train late into the evening, but it was fun because we had good players, people who were responsible, and we because those days we never used to travel by bus to the games, we used to carpool, so everybody driving to the games, right?
Okay.
So it was a close-knit family until we eventually got a bus, but it was very close-knit, and so we help each other, and that is how it went.
So 1995, you won the Premier League and you won the Dacosta Cup. Did you also go on to win the Olivia Shield and the Ben Francis are just the Dacosta Cup that season?
No, we won Dacosta Cup and Ben Francis. I lost to Charlie Smith with the Gang of Five.
Right, with Kevin Pella Wilson and the Colonel Ching Su.
Right, we were the only team to ever even draw with them that year.
You draw the first leg at Jared Park.
Right. And then we lost 3-1 at the stadium. It was a very good team though. They're a very, very good team, that Charlie Smith team. And my brother Jerome there as a coach, you know. But we did very well. You know?
And how at this point of your career now, you're winning a Premier League and you're winning. How long were you into coaching? Were you formally trained and qualified at this point of your career?
Yes, well, in '93, David Harden, may so rest in peace, Last Walcott, Chung Fan, a couple of them had formed a coaching group, and they had that's where they started the licensing.
Oh,
that was the first set, and that we went to that. They had a course by Herbert Morrison, a 1 week course, and I even brought Theodore to that course. You know, he came there as a coach, as one of my. He came there
while he was playing.
Yeah, man, he came there to the course. Attended the course also, and it was, we had some good lecturers, as I said, and that is where it all started. So that was my first coaching tutorial or coaching school.
Okay, and so you did that in 1993, and 2 years after that, you're winning the Dacosta Cup,
right.
Ben Francis Premier League title.
Premier League, yes.
Were you still practicing?
Yeah, man. I had both private practice and also working for the government.
Whoa! How were you able to navigate all of that? Your professional career, your family. I mean, football not paying a whole lot, coaching, carnival coaching. How were you able to manage all of that?
Very carefully.
You have to give us a secret, because some of us need to learn how to balance and juggle all.
No, well, some things will give at some point in time, to be honest with you. As I said, I would never get rich to everybody because he's a community man. So sometime in life, even, you volunteer, you understand? So it worked out to be volunteerism, basically, because even the money that you would probably earn from coaching goes right back into the team. Player want this, player want that. You understand me?
Okay.
So, people look at it as, even today, football is a hooligan sport. And they say, so Doc, how you deal with them ghetto people, this, that, and the other. But it's my way of giving back to the community and giving back. Because that is why I came back to Jamaica. I could have stayed right there in the USA.
I have faced that too, and I want to just, stop there for a minute. What do you think is the general perception about football and who plays football and who is involved in football to probably the upper echelon of society in Jamaica? I mean, you have been there. You're a dental surgeon, medical doctor, in essence. I mean, so you would probably have a better view of what the upper echelon of society views probably are on the sport. What are your thoughts?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think. Well, probably since recently, no, you find where what you would call the upper class understanding the use of sports. Because especially, I shouldn't say the use of sport, the use of football and probably track and field, but track and field did not have that stigma, because them look at it as the football people as hooligans, ganja smoking, this, that, and the other, and so forth. You understand me? And that stigma with footballers and football in general. But now with the exposure, the internet and all these things, and the seeing how football is accepted worldwide. You're seeing where a lot of people now tend to be buying into football and allowing their children now even to come into the world of football.
Yeah.
You know, and it is good to see the change in one sense, but on the other sense, no, we are not really a football culture country or a sports country. So when I say
Really?
a youth, no, because a youth, say, when you go to those countries, Brazil, England, anywhere like that, a youth who wants to play professional football would start being groomed at age 13, 14. Somewhat like what Mount Pleasant is doing now, similar. But we know when you ask your child and a man come and say, yo, Virgin, take a pin out of school and send him come, we start developing football skills. A man look at you like you're crazy. Because there's not that balance between academics and sports is not here yet. And we feel that the only way you can be successful is if you're a lawyer, doctor, Indian chief, teacher, that type of stuff. You understand me? So if we can change the mindset of a lot of people, even in corporate Jamaica, where footballers are properly paid, then it can be a viable profession for them.
Yes.
And breaking into the European market where it really is, because right now we're sending most of our people to the US, or you know what I mean, which is a step, but most of them is in the USL, you know what I mean, instead of MSL.
MLS.
MLS, I mean, sorry,
Yes.
instead of MLS. You know, it is it is on how much of us do you see there? But because of this now is that in the development of the youth, say under 13, under 14, that professional mindset is not there. So when you expose them now to the real professionalism, so if a man tell you, say, Virgin, training start 3 o'clock, we arrive there at 3 o'clock, and that can't be so as a player. If the man say training at 3 o'clock, you're supposed to be there from 2:15 and things like that. And getting yourself, if you know you have certain deficiencies, you as a player have to develop these deficiencies by yourself. You can't be going after a man pay you to develop you. So in the break time, you can't just go home, I train this morning, I go home, now I relax, lie down, this, that. That downtime is supposed to be working on where you're deficient. So when the coach look on you now and say, yes, you know, say the little $200 I pay that man, he's worth it. Let me give him a $400. You see where I come from?
Okay, so there's a part of it where you believe the player ought to work on their own personal development.
Yes, man. Of course.
Okay.
You can't have a man come play to be playing Premier League, and you have to teach him technical work, how to head, how to pass, how to shoot, things like that. When to dribble, when not to dribble, these type of decision-making things. And you're a professional, and you expect me to pay you for that. Eh?
Yeah.
That can't work.
But shouldn't some of those things be taught like in the high school program? Because you're like I said, you're a professional, your professional career, you're coaching. Were you able to bring, or how were you able to bring that kind of balance to the players that you have coached over the years, helping them to realize the importance of playing some football, but also developing educationally? Because the truth is, if you play football in Jamaica, what are the chances of you being able to afford a home at 40 or at 45? In opposed to if you do well in school and go to university and become a dentist.
Well, the thing about it is, you see, what was good, or what? Let me rephrase it. The whole thing about it is, you see, football, the clubs now, which we kind of seen a little bit of things shifting away from that, but we are dependent, is dependent on the development of the player from the schoolboy level. which is totally wrong. The clubs should have their system in place from say under 8 or what coming through, where they have each club should have their academies or their farm system where they develop their own players. Because schoolboy football for a lot of people, they train 2 months in the summer, and if the team is not so good, they only play 1 month of football, which is September. Then season finish. What kind of development can you get out of that? So, and the clubs are depending on the school now, the PE teacher, this, that, and the other, to develop these players. And there's no development there. Yes, you know, you go to school and teach you control and passing and the basic skills, yeah? But say you didn't attend a school like Cornwall or Clarendon or those schools then, where, well, I know at Cornwall, I can vouch for Cornwall, we start developing from the under 14 level. So technique is emphasized, control, passing, kicking, things like that from the under 14 level. So as you go and you start matriculating to under 16 and eventually Dacosta Cup, my work is a lot easier because we have a holistic program from day one. So from you coming to school at 12 years old, if you're identified as a footballer, you are entered into a program.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So from there and then your development has already started. So be it may be a little late, because for me, your development should start from age 8 or even age 6.
Which is primary school.
Right. But then we have to lead from the school system.
Okay, so you're saying that the clubs need to find the 8-year-olds, have them after school in the evening or on weekends, working with them.
Exactly.
Yes, they're going to high school, but when they finish playing in the high school, they come back to their clubs on weekends or so on, all the way through. And that will better help with the development
of the players. Slowly and slowly. And hence, with our better players, say we have what? A better national program. You understand? Because then we won't have to be going, all right, World Cup qualification, and look, everybody I play overseas. And these are people, I'm not bashing anybody, but these are people who don't even know your national anthem. Some of them come to Jamaica for the first time, which I think we kind of dropped the ball after Simoes. Because Simoes started out by what? Building that and developing that culture in local grown players. Right? Then when in moving up or even in qualifying, then bring in, because Paul Hall, Simpson, the other striker,
Dean Burton,
and Burton.
Robbie Earl as well, because Robbie Earl was here.
Yeah, but Robbie Earl came a little after.
No, man, he came the same time as them. He just wasn't a starter.
Right. Well, okay.
Yeah.
But they, in the initial, Fitzroy Simpson, Dean Burton, and Paul Hall paid their own way to come and play for the country. You remember that?
Okay. Yeah, but some of these guys pay their own way to come and play as well.
No, but I mean, without even recruiting them, they kind of invited themselves.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, man, I hear what you're saying, but my point is that is the players that I have seen.
Right.
I think they, to me, and this is my opinion, right, I can call some of the names. I think Mikel Antonio has shown his commitment to the team. Ravel Morris.
Don't get me wrong, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, we can have them bringing them in is not a problem for me. But what I'm saying is, they need to come here, and instead of them being the creme de la creme, then we should have that player base. Whereas
right, so good that it complements them.
They complement we have here, but also they come here and they are competing for a spot.
All
Not
right.
just
So
walking in.
my question is though, 1998, 22 years,
Yes.
around that 22, 24,
Yes.
24 years.
24 years.
Yeah. Why hasn't that happened
Well, this
in
is where, this
in
is where,
24 years?
this is
Because
what,
no, we can't blame any group of players because we are 24 years. It's
no,
20,
I'm not
yeah,
talking about the players.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It's a system.
I'm talking about the JFF.
Okay.
What about the JFF? The JFF now should set up the platform where the development at the grassroots level. That is why I say we drop the ball. You understand? I have
Okay.
no problem with it. We have in our own building and all of that, this, that, and the other. But we know in collaboration with the government, because the Ministry of Youth and Sports should be blamed also, because there's the infrastructure is not there. We don't have fields. We play upon Rockstone. We play upon roadside, this, that, and the other. There's no infrastructure there, proper fields, a proper system to set up. So the budget is not being satisfied. The money is not being pumped. The financing of these programs, where you can have 3 national under 17s, 3 national under 15, 3 national under 20. So what, meaning what? Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. So you have Team Surrey, Team Cornwall, Team Middlesex. All of these under 15s. So you have 13 each. So those are 90 players right there. In constant training by coaches selected by the JFF, and the technical director should have a program in place where these coaches know then what direction you put in, what system you want the players to play, what type of football you want them to play, whether a fast moving play, kick and run. Well, we have speed, so we're going to inculcate speed into what we're using. So you have each county then has a national team or a county team, and from these so we meet quarterly. So what you have a tournament quarterly where each county plays against each other then, right? So from there now, so you have them there doing some, and these move from under 15, under 17, all the way to probably under 23. So the development is continuous.
Well, I agree with that, Doc. But I think what is happening now in our context, if you're 18 and you're a super good talent, chances are you're not going to be here in Jamaica. How things are. So when we go back to 1998, the opportunities leading up to the World Cup for players to leave the shores of Jamaica at
Right.
18 and 19 and 20 was very limited. So now we have seen players like the junior Jordan Fletcher who went away, the Junior Fleming, the Peter Levers, all of these guys end up going away, right?
Yeah. But at the age, you understand their age.
Exactly. So the point I'm making though is that though even if that system is being developed where they are playing in those counties, the core of your team will also be predominantly players who ply their trade
Abroad.
overseas. Because how the market is now, if you're good, you're not going to stay in Jamaica very long.
No, you understand that in the management. But what I'm saying is this. You get it a little bit different. These now are homegrown players.
Yes.
Abroad. Like how Cristiano Ronaldo play here and then they go back to Portugal. Alves and all them go back to Brazil. You understand? But they are homegrown players. Correct? So they understand the culture. So they go abroad and then they hone in their skills, and they only can get better doing that because they're going to be playing with better players. So you're going into a big pond with a whole heap of big fish, but you're not a big fish in a small pond, but you're a fish in a pond with a whole heap of big fish. You understand where I'm coming from? So In doing that now, then you will learn. You must can get better. But at least this is where you start out. This is your grassroots. And you develop going through. So when you come now, then we'd have a lot more people in these professional leagues if they were being properly trained at a younger age and how to be professional and so forth. Because we have seen many players gone away, and 2-2 you see them come right back here, don't it?
That is true.
Because
they end up in some very low level league that sometimes you wonder if it makes any sense.
But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, what happening? Why, coach, I have to make a money because I'm a youth or I have this, which we in Jamaica not paying them. So we have to understand how they end up there. So so it is like that. But if we had them in a system from early out, so when a scout come down here, and these are things that happen in Africa, because the African has a better mindset. He know what he want, he know poverty, he know this and he know that, and him say, well, this is a way to save my family, So them,
yes.
I don't say a lot of them don't get kicked along by the wayside, But it probably in every 20, 4 of them might be successful.
Okay.
The average, the ratio might be not correct, but I'm just giving an example. While here in Jamaica, for every 20, 2 might be successful.
Yeah.
And why do they prefer to go to? Why they go to Africa instead of here? Because of the mindset. Our mindset is not proper. Not proper at all. And we have the same type of attributes: the speed, strength, strong, all those things going for us, just the same way. We come from the same seed,
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you a couple. I see a couple of questions. I see somebody said that when you won, you had an able assistant coach. That was Carlton Alexander. I don't know if he was your assistant when he said that at Carnival, but he said that you had a very able assistant coach while you were at Carnival and you won. But we're going to come back to that. That's from Carlton, Claggy Alexander.
No, man. Claggy, I'm a brethren, not in a man.
Yeah, so he said that.
Guess what? Claggy,
He said the man had a capable assistant at the time.
Yeah, man. But guess what? Claggy was there, and Claggy was also playing for me the time I won at Violet Kickers.
Oh, okay. He was playing for Valley Kickers?
Yeah, man.
And then he moved from there to what other?
No, man. He was at what other first. And then
first, okay.
When he became in his latter years, in his twilight of his career, he came to us.
He came, okay. All right, so let me go back because there's a couple of comments. I see one here from Chris Wayne saying that big up Dr. Wesley. I think Winston Chungford also won schoolboy double title and Premier League title in the same year with CC and Santos in 77-78. 2 great coaches.
Well, you see, him know the history better than I do.
Yeah.
So he may be correct.
Yeah, man.
Thinking
all right,
about
so
it, yeah.
After that 1995 season, Cornwall won, Valley Kickers won.
Yes.
You ended up leaving Cornwall College at some point further down the road. Did you win again before you leave Cornwall? Did you win any other titles in your first stint at Cornwall?
Yeah, man. 2000 we won Dacosta Cup and Ben Francis. We lost to Norman Manley, Olivia Shield. 2001, arguably the best team ever in schoolboy football.
Really, 2001? Who were some of the players? Tell me about that team. Who were some of the standout players in that 2001 Cornwall College team? And what did you win? Because if you're the most outstanding team, you won the triple.
Everything.
Okay. Tell us about that 2001 season.
Yeah, man. With the greatest margin ever in Olivia Shield. You have Garrett Gordon, fast car. He's the first person to score a hat-trick until this year in the Dacosta Cup final. Until this year when the youth from Galway Master did that. Before that, he did it against Monroe and beat Monroe in the Dacosta Cup final. Deshaun Woolery, Corey Bernard. Hey, that team, we can't stop talking about them. The great Dane Richards. You know Dane Richards?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We have Jesus. Well, too much of them, you know. Spoon was in goal at that time. That is
Oh, McCullough, Richard.
Richard McCallum was in goal. Coming through, we had a Blake. He's an inspector or probably a senior superintendent police right now in town there. Blake. We have a whole heap of people, brethren. Let me see. Ryan Clark, he's the manager at Scotiabank, Sam Sharp Square right now. A youth named Beecher, he's a teacher, but he migrated. But,
So you defeated Monroe in the finals of the Dacosta Cup.
Yeah, that was in 2000. No, then the following year, we defeated Glenmuir.
You won in 2000.
We won in 2000. We won Dacosta Cup and Ben Francis 2000.
And then in 2001, you won all three.
Yes.
All right, so you beat Glenmuir in the finals of the Dacosta Cup.
Right.
And who you defeated in the Ben Francis finals?
Glenmuir.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. And you defeated who in the Olivier Shield? Can you say the largest margin of Bridgeport?
Yeah.
What was the margin of victory?
Bridgeport beat us 3-2 at Jarrett Park.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, 3-2. And in that interview, what this fellow name again, he was working at that Class FM or wherever it was at the time. He started working at CVM and that sports program.
Wayne Walker?
Wayne Walker. Is Wayne Walker? Yeah. And I said to Wayne Walker in the interview, Wayne, I am 4 goals better than this team here. He said, really? After losing 3-2? I said, yeah, man. We play them 7-love. You hear me say?
At the National Stadium?
No, well, that time stadium was closed. We played them at Harborview.
Whoa. What, they got a red card?
Red who? Red? The red card means you want all if you leave the compound.
Yes, sir, that was that your best season in schoolboy football? Or one of your better seasons?
Yeah, man, one of my better seasons that. Well, I've never done the triple after that, but I have won the Dacosta Cup. I have won until Culinary was the only rural school to win the All Island knockout. What is that?
Champions Cup.
Champions Cup.
Flow champ. So, which team was better, the 2001 team or the Jordan Fletcher Peter Lee Vassell team?
You know, you hear me say to you, Bridget. 2001, Bridget. The best all-round team I had.
Okay. All right. But that Jordan Fletcher team was also a very, very good team. Good team.
That team, man, was that team was very was enjoyable. It's unfortunate because we should have won more trophies that year. It's just unfortunate. But boy, really, it was really a fun year for me that year.
Yes. Who are some of the best talents you have worked with at the schoolboy level, and then we're going to get into some of your Premier League achievements and players that you.
I don't think you have enough time for that, Bridget.
Yeah, give us a goalkeeper, Spoon or Ricketts.
No. You can't compare them, but I've had some good goalkeepers. You had Spoon, you have Ricketts, you have Peter Sinclair.
Peter Sinclair was in the Jordan Fletcher team.
Yeah,
the penalty saver.
No, well, no, he wasn't the Jordan Fletcher team. That was Hines. Hines was the Jordan Fletcher team.
Oh, right. The last title you won was with Peter Sinclair in the goal.
Yeah, that was the Champions League.
Yes.
That was Champions League or Champions League. Yeah. That's the last title I won, Champions League. But that team was a A very hard-working team.
No, man, didn't you defeat Dintil in the finals with Peter Lee? And I think ours was Clark, and he was dancing in the goal and saved the penalty when what that African name forward was scoring all the goals.
Yeah, man.
That was Peter Sinclair in the goal.
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
season.
saying. That was the Champions League team we won, which won Champions League that year. We didn't win Dacosta Cup when we lost to Clarendon 2-1.
Okay.
That year, that team we lost to Clarendon 2-1.
Okay. I see. All right, so just tell me some. Yeah, so you have Sinclair, Ricketts, Richard McCallum, Spoon. Who are some of the better defenders you have worked with in the schoolboy? Jacombo. Yeah, Jacombo.
Jacombo, you talk. Jacombo is my forward. Well, defenders.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he started out with our youth now. He died now. Named George Hemmings. Excellent sweeper. He played Milton Griffiths. Both Daniel Ricketts, that's Cuphead.
Cuphead was not a defender, man. Cuphead was a forward.
No, I'm saying I'm just looking at the team. The team.
Yeah, the team in that time. Okay.
But yeah, George Hemmings coming up. Boy, I may have so much of them in a virgin. Lee Croft was a good defender too. Some of them who.
All right, we know you're not going to remember all the names.
Yeah, you put me on spot there now. Coming up.
What about the midfielders?
Milton Griffiths, Daniel Ricketts, Peter Lee Vassell. You have some of them who never really win. Well, you had Ryan Clark, Deshaun Woolery. Boy, you put me on that spot. Come here, leave out people's name and them begs with me now.
All right. No more name calling.
Yeah, McDonald, which is Dada D. He's at Harborview right now.
Siobhan McDonald.
Yeah, man. Good boy, that virgin. I tell you.
Dean Richards.
Yeah. I just say you put me on a spot. Some good footballers, you know. Good footballers.
Yeah. All right. So,
you know, go on, man. Say what
this is Pioneer. Pioneer. So, what's the best Premier League team you have coached, and which Cornwall College team is the best team you coach? I think you answered the Cornwall College one, the 2001.
Right.
Yeah, but Premier League team, it's Valley Kickers. But no, go ahead and share.
No. Well, remember I coach MBU, one at MBU, you know.
Oh, right.
I was the first coach to win, to give MBU a title. Sorry, I have to move again because the battery I go down. So I move on. Let me see if I can find something right. I'm looking for hold on a quick minute.
Okay.
Yeah, but we had with that team, the first time MBU when we beat.
With Giacomino Barrett and Owen Garden and Dino and Fabian McCarthy and
all of those. Yeah, man. I mean, that was me there.
And somebody's reminding you about Chewing Gum Williams.
No, I didn't coach Chewing Gum. I coached Chewing Gum. Chewing Gum wasn't my player.
Okay.
Chewing Gum, yeah, I know Chewing Gum. Was more my friend than a coach, thing. Yeah.
So you won at MBU. You also won at Violet Kickers.
Yes.
Has there been a club that you coach that you don't win at because you coach at Village as well?
Yeah, Village. Well, Village was a different type of thing. But the thing about Village, when I went Village, they came fourth the year before. We had some good players there, but they were very indisciplined.
Okay.
And me never stooped to foolishness. So even in doing that now, the management, in the January of that year, the management in the transfer window sold out most of our players. Shane Crawford, Fabian Dawkins,
Tier 4 Bennett,
and so forth. And the only person who was left, or two people left. I don't remember what Nicky Pool's name was. A right wing back, and Gregory Simpson. I don't remember if I remember Gregory Simpson.
Yeah, I remember Gregor Simpson. He used to play wing back as well.
Yeah, but that time I took. We had.
Troy Smith was there.
Yes, man. Troy was there. That time now when they sold out everybody else. Troy Smith was a schoolboy. He was a Cedric Titus, and I had Umroy Wilson, R.I.P. Francois Anderson. I have a lot of schoolboys. I brought into the system,
Okay.
and we won 10 or 11 games straight, one love, and maintain because we were almost relegation bound. You hear me say?
Yes.
And I used schoolboys
And kept them in the competition.
Yeah, man. That was enjoyable too when I saw that, So the next year, I was saying to them, let us maintain this type of standard. So at least you'll have young players now. If you want to sell them, you can sell them, but at least you would gain more.
Yes.
And they went out again, management, and bringing some same set of old man them again with no discipline, playing just with a little money, not playing for no heart, no nothing. And I left the club that time.
Okay. Somebody's saying that Fitzroy Duncan is mentioning, what about Big Spoon?
So now Big Spoon, me call man, Mark Hill, he scored in the final. One of the best forward.
Okay. And then Patrick Reed, the former Constant Springman, says Rich Kid Damian Adamson.
Oh, that's at Village.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, he's talking about Village.
Yeah, that's at Village. Yeah, man. Good boy, that man.
Yeah.
Good boy. But that year, with the Rich Kid and, can't remember another player from Cornwall, so we use the Twin Towers. Yeah, Rich Kid was young at that time. So.
The Cornwall College men are asking you, but I won't ask you to do that now. But you're going to have to name your Cornwall College All-Star. All-time 11. And then you send it back to me so I can post it. But you have to make sure you tell everybody coming to want to vex with you,
No, me can't do that.
No, it is players that you have coached. You understand me?
Me can't do that. But some of them going to be left along the way. Can't do that. Very, very difficult. Yeah, no. Some years, even when we didn't win or anything, Yeah, some players, man. And it was unfortunate at the time, But I hope for them pass through, brethren. Can you imagine? Because I did what? 15 years and now it's almost 20 years me do a Cornwall, More than 20 years, If you add up everything, If you add up everything, more than 20 years. At 30 a year now, me a coach.
Yes.
In Jamaica. So I do it more than 20, almost 30 years at Cornwall. Almost 30. And well, I had good people before me, Steve Buckner and so forth, Ali McNabb, all those people as coaches. So the standard was already set.
Yes.
It's unfortunate to say, but Cornwall is a football school. Someone said, boy, wow. We never win champs yet. We have won cricket way back in the 70s with Jeff McLeod and those people. But what I'm saying is, Cornwall is a football school.
Yeah.
We have some people who do with that track, but Cornwall on a whole is a football school.
Okay, so now at the Premiership level, who was better? Your Violet Kickers team that you won with, the one that you coach, or the Mobile United team that you won with?
Well, Mannings, man. different era.
Explain the era and tell me what were the dynamics of the three eras when you played and won, when you coached and won at Valley Kickers and the MBU. What were some of the different dynamics in those three different?
Well, first thing, my assistant coach at Mobile United at the time when we won was Norman Foster.
Oh, from Valley Kickers with you, who you coached? Yes.
Yeah. You see, at Kickers, as I said, the Kickers team had my assistant coaches at the time were Warren Barrett and Claggy. That is Carlton Alexander.
Right, and Buki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bupi. Yeah, you understand? So you see where I come from now. So,
Yeah.
but that Violet Kickers team was more a family oriented team. Because we don't know supporters and anything then because they call it the Risto Club. So we don't know community. While Wadada had Mount Salem and all that, Seba had Gully and North Gully and so forth. And all that. We never have no supporters like that.
Because you used to play at Herbert Martin sometimes.
Yeah, that was our
Homegrown, yeah.
homegrown.
Yeah.
So but you see the whole thing with Garnet, Denton, Fire Red, Leroy, Foster, let me see where are the Gary Vassell, Party, you had Faulkner, you had Jeffta. Why you had so much people? They had Bill from out by White House. What Bill last name again? Bill used name Gibbs. You had this Horatio Brown. When I mentioned Faulkner, who is free pay. We had such, and it was all a family unit because most of them used to work at Holiday Inn also. You know, I remember that time.
Oh, and they used to play in the Hotel League for Holiday Inn.
Right. So we had all of that type of bonding was there. And pride. We never, there wasn't really a money issue because there wasn't really no money. You had some benefit.
Somebody's saying that you had half of Seba team.
Well, I don't know about the half of Seba team. You know. We never take nobody from Seba. Yeah. We had the half of Seba team that left from Kickers and went to play for Seba.
Oh, they left they didn't leave Seba.
No.
And come to Kickers. They left Kickers and went to Seba.
Exactly. So.
Okay.
Well, they had Allendon. No, Allendon was not on my team. Allendon was a team that I played with.
Right.
It was the 93 team that won.
That's Jai,
right.
Fitzroy Duncan said he was an African baller as well.
Yeah, man. That wasn't my team. That was the team that we played with. That was the 93 team. And they're talking about Gene Harbour.
Gene Harbour. Okay, that's a team that you won as a player with.
Right.
Yes.
So you had Gene Harbour, Philip Jau. Philip, he's the coach of our university now. He's from Ghana. The other one from Haiti by the name of Doody.
Also, Philip, what's his name? Philip what?
Jau, Gyau.
Oh, so he played for Valley Kickers in 1993?
Yes.
And he's now the head coach at Howard University.
Yeah, he played for the US too.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and your younger brother saying that the 2016 winning Dacosta Cup team had Alan Atty injured his knee before the season. They, in my opinion, would have won all titles and offering.
Yeah, not Alan, Alric.
Alric Atty, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Gene Harbour is the name of the African baller.
Yeah, man. Gene
Somebody's
Harbour.
asking what's the name of the African baller.
Mm-hmm.
So you would say that Valley Kickers team in 1996
right.
It is one of the best team that you have coached in terms of the family, the togetherness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. But how good was the MBU team though?
No, man.
Because,
MBU team,
you even took that team into the CONCACAF Championship, right?
Yeah. I brought them to the CONCACAF Championship. And
tell us about that MBU team.
That MBU team now. Different eras, I'm saying. We can't really compare them because, now football is a lot different now than then. This team now, a group of boys that came through from the development when the club just started. We started without, and then they brought in the Brazilian coach, Nadir dos Santos. And then we started moving and developing and building, which is what we're trying to do now at MBU, develop some youths again and into that and into that again, right? Back into a championship team. But the reason why I say we can't compare them is that the football now is a lot different faster pace. I think I shouldn't say more. It is, yes, you're coaching against a lot more better coaches. Because right now I think the Premier League now, I shouldn't say now since post COVID, but pre-COVID, the Premier League now have some very, very good players. Very, very, very good players because of with the introduction of better coaches in the system, or I shouldn't say better coaches, or trained coaches. Not just someone come and say, yo, me a coach. You understand? So they are more used to a better system or systems now.
Oh, meaning the system of play is better. No.
Right. The systems on a whole, even in your development, because you would see now you have more trained coaches in the system to develop these players. It's just that sometimes the infrastructure is not there. But anyway, so the players that came into NBU now, a lot of them had won something at the schoolboy level or even reach a final or a semi-final, right? So the recruiting was good.
Because they had a lot of St. James High and Rossi's players.
Rossi's players, yes, in that team.
Yes.
Right? And at that time in St. James, although the football seemed like it was on a lull, but you had a lot of it was very competitive. Reno was up there. Reno kind of set the standard. They were on their way down. But even in Western Jamaica at the time, it was basically, apart from Rossi's in Hanover, in Westmoreland, they had Cedric Type. Yeah, you know, had Cedric Type.
Froome, Godfrey Stewart.
Froome and Godfrey Stewart. Even Mannings, although they weren't winning anything yet. But at least they were on the up. Eh? And Froome had won the Dacosta Cup already. Godfrey Stewart had won the Dacosta Cup already. You understand where I'm coming from?
Right, yes.
So the cadre of players. And those from Rossi's. Rossi's came from, the players come from all over Western Jamaica. And then they went left and went back to their individual parishes or what. So the knowledge base was wider, or at the time, or is wider. So now, the players that came now were more technically sound at the skill level and so forth, right? Although some of them had heart versus back in the era when the Wadadas, Seba, Vile Kickers and so, those players to me had bigger hearts than the ones now.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a play football because I love football. Because money never so big then time. You used to have a benefactor who come and give you some money, yes. But it's not like now where if I'm on a play, it's a charm, I don't play.
Yes.
Which is understandable because that is your way, as I say now, it comes back now to what is your chosen profession. Them days a man used to work and play football. So most people at Vile Kickers used to have them 9 to 5. Eh? Right?
Yes.
You can't some people try to do, but you can't do that now and be successful. You can't have a team like that. Where your team out, you talk about your players and have 9 to 5 and then come
9 to 5 jobs, yeah, definitely.
Different level now. Which is what I'm saying now is the professionalism is here now, and even from that Mobile United team. Because with their professional attitude, and then now them heart come into it now, because them sister now, well, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Eh?
Yeah.
Ball start rolling now in a brethren. And we worked very, very hard. Very, very hard. From management come right down to the groundsman. The backroom staff, everybody was in it to win it. Everybody was in it. We weren't no one police and one police west. Everybody going in the same direction in that Mobile United team.
Yeah.
You understand? Which is what we are trying to develop again right now.
So you're at Mobile now still?
Yeah, man, I'm at Mobile United now. I'm working with Ricky Hill, who is the
with Ricky Hill. Because
Right.
I mean, they have a fairly young, like not young but new team. When you think about players who have
Well,
played in the league,
players that played in this team now, maybe only 3 players have ever played in National League before. Maybe
okay,
four if that much. But most of them no. So our work is cut out, but I don't know but with the development now what we have here, because as you know, for the next 2 years or probably the next year, no team will be demoted. So we're using this opportunity now to develop something that can be a juggernaut in the future. I hope it's sooner than later, because sometimes it's not good to lose, but we have something in mind. We have a goal in mind, and that's what we're working on right now.
yeah. All right, let me just get a couple more comments here, and then I have a couple more questions for you. Damian Clark says, "Are you grooming any young coaches at this time?"
Damian Clark. The name is sound familiar. But anyway, well, I'm trying. You see, at Cornwall, we have another one. I don't know if you name Damian. Clark, he may call him still. But he's one of those who has been coming around trying to learn the game. Fantastic mind. We have Troy Campbell at Cornwall. That's the same way.
Troy Campbell. Oh, geez, what's Troy Campbell? What they call him again?
Ryan.
Tayan.
Right? He was my assistant coach this year in Dacosta Cup.
Yeah, man. Is the same? Is the same Clarky asking the question?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's a good boy, man. Good. Me like him attitude and aptitude, and
Yeah.
he's very ambitious and all of that.
And then we see, go ahead.
And I'm trying to reach out to some of them to come. We have Coach Beckford. We know through some little things. Well, he's not here with us now at Cornwall, but hopefully he can come back into the system. But he's good. He's good with the youths. Very, very good with the youths. So as we go along, yes.
Yeah, you're grooming some. Okay.
Yeah, hoping somebody can step up to the table very, very soon, because I think we only have about 2 more years left.
Okay. Well, Garnet Denton says, Dr. Weatherly, thanks for your service to football in Jamaica. Damian says, blessings to a stalwart of football Jamaica.
Let me give you a joke about Denton now. Denton now, very, very good centre back. I mean, I think he should have played for Jamaica, to be honest with you. Eh?
Yeah, he got called a couple of times.
Yeah, good boy. But one day we had a match before training. I mean, I rough up Garnet, wicked. One training session. And up to this day, this still stand out with me. He says, Coach, don't think you alone make players, Players make coaches, because you can lose it and you have nowhere going. You understand? Those words. Think about it. So true.
Yeah. Players make coaches. In the same way coaches make player make coaches.
Right. Same way.
Yeah.
So why am I trying to tell yourself? You can go on. Don't worry yourself. We are players. But if we decide we're not a player, you could have coach from now till thy kingdom come. You will go nowhere. It is a fact.
Yeah.
You understand me? And that has stuck in my mind from then till now. So I have to big up God. He was very good, and it caused me to even bring the coaching to a different level.
He was the captain of the Valley Kickers team, right?
He was one of the captains. No, in that time Warren was the captain.
Oh yeah, Warren was the captain. Yeah.
But he was a good leader, and then he left and went into the force and so forth.
Yes.
Good boy, man. Very, very good player.
They call Codfish.
Yeah, man. So we played 5 defenders. And that middle 3, Garnet Dental, Fire, that is Blake, and Leroy Foster. That central defensive unit, the boy. Excellent. And talk about knowledgeable of the game. And all of them are like 6 foot and above, you know. So height, speed, very agile. As I said, football IQ very high. We're there, man. We're there.
Yeah. Tell me, because you also worked with the national program on a few occasions. Tell us about that. I think you led an under-17 team.
Well, I was I was the assistant coach in the under-17 team, Jackie Walters and I.
Right. That was the under-17 that qualified?
Yeah, that went to the World Cup in New Zealand.
That went to the World Cup. What was that experience like for you working with Jackie Walters?
Well, I must tell you that in my coaching career, I have 2 mentors. 2 mentors and very, very good friends. Family, brothers. Jackie Walters and Diggy Henry. Emerson Diggy Henry from Russies.
Yes.
Them two, they really, really guide me along the way. Even without them knowing it, them really inspired me. Yeah? And any problem we have, anything we sit down and we discuss football. And them kind of help me to be where I am right now in terms of coaching. Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. All right, and somebody asking, is that the same Tyan that played for Cornwall 1989? Yes, it is. Troy Campbell, the same. Yes. Mm-hmm. And then Clark, he's saying that don't leave yet. A man with your experience is needed to guide us young aspiring coaches. Stay for the development, please. Are you a part of the because I know the JFF is trying to certify the coaches. They're going around the island getting D and stuff. Are you part of that whole helping to coach coaches, or time don't permit you to?
No, I'm not a part of that. Initially I was when Vin Blaine and them had just started out. But I don't know, it looked like, to be honest with you, because I'm a straight shooter. I talk when I see things right. So I don't know. So I'm not really involved in any of those things right now. I don't know if I will be in the future, but right now, no, I'm not involved. They have a good little set of young boys here: Lee Craft, Letman, Vassell, Reynolds, Marianne Garden. Good set of people coming through the system. Eh?
Yes.
What's his name again? The principal of the coaching school.
Peart.
Andrew
Peart.
Andrew Peart. Good set of people. So I don't know if my expertise would be needed there, but all of them good,
What are your recommendations as we come into an end? What are your recommendations in terms of developing the football in Jamaica, getting to a place where we can, even if not regularly qualifying for the Senior World Cup, at least every cycle have either our senior team or under-17 team or under-20 team or the under-23 team. What are your plans in terms of improving football to the level where we can consistently have teams qualifying for major tournaments?
Well, before that, I left out Andrew Edwards, a very good, very, very good man too. Very cognizant of what is going on in modern football also. But let us tell you what happened. For us to really be competitive year in, year out, we need to go back to the grassroots and start the development from there. You never build a house from the roof and go down to the floor. You have to build from the floor and go up. So we have to really sacrifice some things. Even though the big money is at the top, but you have to sacrifice and say, well, yeah, so we'll start with the development at the under 15 or whatever level and start moving up the ladder. So when you start developing those players now, then you'll see where now. Because if you look at Ghana and all them, enough of them under 17 champions, this, that, although they've never won the World Cup, but at least they are very competitive. And that's right. When you go Brazil, when you went to Brazil and I did that 10 weeks in Brazil one time when Simons brought me down there. When I went down there, I went to Club Flamingo. You have a big star like Dida, who played when Pele was there, when they won in 1958 or 1970 or whatever, 74. Dida. He was
Right.
working with people, the under 16. And they were playing like 3-on-3, 3v3, 4v4, and all that behind the goal. And that was their training. And this is a noted big time baller, World Cup champion. And that is what he was doing in terms of the development. So we have to start from there and start bringing it up as you go along. But first, we have to find the money, because not now money make the mirror get up, So without that, so that's what I'm saying now, we have to call on the government to get involved. Track and field gone. A lead. Right?
Yeah.
And government come in when necessary. But for the better part of it, they need to start for anything to develop. We've seen where other sports are suffer, cricket are suffer, all that because of lack of resources. And what is the greatest resource? Human resource, correct? But for the human resource to stay there, you have to have the proper infrastructure. And the proper infrastructure will come when the finances is right. You understand?
Yes.
Because in today's world, you can't survive without that.
Wow. But what is happening? I mean, give me a take on what is happening in, I know Mobile United is back there. There's a time when you'd pass that field, the UDC field, and football was always being played out there.
No, well, you see, because of COVID, all of that kind of slowed down, right? But it is still there. People still there. Even sorry to say, even in a COVID time, man, a man still go there morning time and play them football. Football never stop, But organized football is a different thing. You understand? Organized football is totally different than a man a kick some ball. But how do you hone your skills? You start out by kicking a ball on the roadside. A little game here and there. Those little games hone your close skills, all this, that, and the other, and then we start going to some programs now. Therefore, when you're in a program now, you're no longer, you won't be a robot. Because even in the US, so you realize that US players now are no longer robots. They have individuality and all that because they have realized that. But when the influx of the South Americans and all of these people into their country, they realize now that you have to develop those close skills, people who can dribble, people who can think, playmakers, so on and so forth. And they develop from playing them little scrimmage and all that. So a man says, scrimmage is a waste of time, but no, it's not a waste of time. But when you play scrimmage in a formal setting, you get so much touches on the football. 4 against 4, 4v4, 3v3, even 2v2. You get so much touches on the ball that the ball becomes a part of you. You remember, football is the only sport that you don't have no hand involved, Think about it. You don't have no hand, you don't have no implement like stick and all these things, Using your feet. So people, you have to understand that. Yeah? So
like someone told me, like I don't remember which one of the coaches I was speaking to, and his whole take is that, listen, just get people to play. Because the thing with football is that the more you play, is the more you learn. And nothing can, so just play it. Even if, you understand, if it is 1v1, 2v2, 11, if it's 20 on the field, 30 on the field, he says it doesn't matter. Once you get the kids playing, at some point, it's going to teach stuff, they're going to learn stuff. But you can't grow it without people playing it. So get the people playing as often as possible, and that will cause major growth in it. How optimistic are you that as a nation we are going to get this right? So I want you, I mean, because like I said, this has been a while. We have qualified in our history just once for a senior World Cup, and I think we have like 3 junior World Cups in total, under 17, under 20, that we have qualified for, right? So again, I mean, is this a possibility, or are we thinking like over our heads? Are we over promising, knowing that we are going to under deliver?
No. If we put the necessary things in place, and not, as we say, when do we start? The time to start is now for the next 4 years. No. Not wait until we say after World Cup or 2 years before we're starting. The time to start is now. You understand me? So and we start selecting what you have, So we start having the homegrown players with, so the budget can manage it, right? Because they are here locally. It won't be as expensive just bringing in players, rare. So you start from now to develop those players, start getting in games against your Caribbean neighbors, because them doing the same thing to Antigua, Trinidad, all of those. So they start from now. So you start playing internationally. It's a different thing. So even your under 15s, because the under 17 team that qualified, they went all over the place to go in. All over, playing a lot of international games. So that in your resume, develop the players. You can't pay for that. So when you spend millions of dollars on these players, developing these players, you only can reap some kind of success.
Yeah.
But we have to understand that.
All right. So let me ask you, I mean, we're coming to an end because we have been here for a while and I know you're a busy man. But we have let me just bring up a couple of your players of note that we think have so much potential. And then we think into ourselves, why haven't they matriculated coming out of high school and, gone on to great things? Maybe it's not too late, but it appears. So players like Peter Lee Vassell, Jordan Fletcher.
Well, Jordan just signed a contract for some team in India, which is good for him. Let's see, he can use this as a great stepping stone to get into the bigger market. But at least he's out of the country and can do a Peter Lee Vassell. Well, he has had his hiccups along the way. Excellent player. But sometimes he's in and out of the game, and that is his problem. He needs to be in the game consistently. I mean, like in playing a match, he needs to be seen more, not here and there, but he needs to be there all the time in the game, making an impact. Not a 15 minutes here or 10 minutes there. You understand?
Yes. Somebody will say, because here's the thing, when they talk about Tyreek McGee, they always go back to the fact that maybe JC never teach him the rudiments of the game. Do you feel the same way when you hear people criticize like the Jordan Fletcher for not coming on and the Peter Lee Vassell and said this guy was a standout at Cornwall? Why weren't these things being taught there and stuff? How does a coach view it, seeing that he was under your tutelage?
No, I wouldn't say that, Well, different coaches teach different things. But you remember, Cornwall, we don't import players. So
explain that. What do you mean that Cornwall don't import?
We don't import nobody. We don't buy players. We don't give players scholarship. Everybody come from first round primarily. If you come there, you're going to come there. We never recruit. If you come
really,
there, come there at sixth round.
Peter Sinclair started out there?
Yeah, man, first round.
He wasn't at one of those schools up in the hills.
No, man, first round.
About not Gallimore. Okay.
No. First round, Cornwall, Bertie.
Okay, so over the years, all the Cornwall players came through their first round system all the way up.
Yes.
I never know that. Yeah, so hold on. I need to hear this clearly. So you have never actually taken someone in sixth form to play our third or stuff like that?
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. If a man come, he's on his own volition and him say, well, boy, I want to come a corner.
So players have come, but they come on their own.
Right. We not gonna go look for nobody and this and that. Because we can't afford to pay buy no TV and bed and washing machine and all that.
But you're suggesting that people you're suggesting that people buying stuff,
But I'm not hide and talk.
So there are schools who actually
and I'm not going to go to anybody's school and play them in a practice match. And by the end of the day, when you look, your star player will be leaving with me to come to school. We not do them thing there.
Okay, so there are schools within the system that operate that way.
Yeah,
which
man.
is what? Okay.
Yeah, man. You never know that man is, man. Tell me, say you never know that.
I
You
hear
never
it,
know that.
but no, I hear it, but like that they go and take. I hear it, but sometimes you wonder if people are just upset and say these things without evidence. Like I
No,
hear that people saying that stuff have been purchased, but I've not seen it. So unless you hear from someone in the system, because you don't hear it from people in the system, you just hear it layman talking on the road. Say, yeah, man, say some of the time the schools will do that. So hearing it from you and saying that it happens makes it even more real,
credible. Yeah.
credible and real to people.
No, but I know
Loud
lie.
music.
And we're not
Okay.
going to that. We're not
Loud
going to
Music
that.
Entertainment says, tell the people that you once coached Dean Richards, who played for New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier in the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Dean
Yeah,
Richards, I'm a
man.
big baller, that man. Big ball. Edmundo, we call him.
Edmunda to the
Yeah,
world.
man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
he had a good career as well. Had a good career over there because he even went into England.
Yeah, Edmundo is the one who, let me tell you, man, it's at schoolboy level.
Yeah.
Any wing back, whether left or right, weep and moan when them see Dean Richards. Any wing back. Yeah, man. We make people
Did you
weep
win
and
with
moan.
him?
Eh?
Did you win the Dacosta Cup? Yeah, you won the Dacosta Cup with him, no?
Yeah, you want a triple champion. Let me tell you about the largest margin, man. He was on that
Yeah,
team.
yes.
Mm.
He was that good.
What?
I think he and Ricketts, Daniel,
No.
goalkeeper,
Oh,
Donovan.
Donovan.
They are the two Cornwall College players that you have coached that has gone on the
Right.
furthest thus far in terms of their careers.
Correct.
Yeah, I know Jacumbo is overseas now in college as well.
Yeah, Giacomo. Well, a lot of them went to school. That is because we used to have 4 or 5 people without no problem scholarships, just like that.
Yeah.
Scholarships. Because academics is a part of it, So if you don't excel at the football level, I'm going to get you at the academic level. So it's both academics and sports. You understand? And we have a very good manager in terms of that, in terms of getting scholarships. Well, primarily for track and field, but we bring back the football into it. A man named Paul Reed, the director of sports right now, Warren Blythe, some good contacts. And then we have our overseas chapters who are doing some good, excellent work in getting these boys into school. You understand? So so life after Cornwall, it's not like we just you're there at Cornwall, you're done Cornwall, and then we forget about you. Life after Cornwall, there's life after Cornwall. As a Cornwallian, you understand? Because we can't use the youth them to gain. So, well, yeah, Cornwall win this Cornwall, but what happened to them after? The people send you come to school to gain something. So after Cornwall, we have to take care of you too. So we make sure you go to school. If you don't want, use it when you get there. We can't do nothing about that. We can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. That's how you go.
Exactly.
So we look after the players in
yeah.
the family. Part of the family, we have to look after you. Simple.
Is there one player you look back in your career and say, listen, if this player had fulfilled his potential, you see him as one of the best thing, and for whatever reason, maybe he didn't take the game seriously, maybe a series of unfortunate events, he wasn't motivated enough. I don't know. Is there that one player, that one gem that you saw it in him? Maybe he didn't see it in himself, and you think like, man, if that person just they tap into their full potential, they would be world class.
We'll have a youth. We'll have a lot of them like that, who drop along the wayside, fall along the way. But you have one of them. Well, he's doing well now in the business world as a producer. But football-wise, I have a youth named Rocky Barnett from Cloggy. I think it's Cloggy, one of Cloggy relative. Excellent. But he went out for his last year at Cornwall and go play some corner league and broke him foot.
Oh, jeez.
You understand me? Which was contrary to our rules. But very, very good player. Very, very, very good player. You understand? But him doing well for himself now still in the music world, in the music industry. but very, very good player. Good player. Good boy that. What may I tell you? But you know, you have quite a few of them, you know. But schoolboy and coming to, you know, that is it. You know, it sometimes it's so much of them because I remember say each year, say a 30 year, you know, in high school, I think each year are 30 players, you know, so 30 times 30 and 900 that, you know. Not to mention, you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Somebody's asking if your coach Shane Crawford.
Yeah, Coach Shane Crawford at Kicker at Village.
Oh yeah. Shane Crawford is a Village man.
Yeah,
Yes,
Coach him
he
at
did.
Village.
Yeah.
Very good left foot, very good, you know. But I don't know something. I don't know, but he could have gone a lot further in his career. One of the better midfielders I've ever seen. Very, very educated left foot. You know what I mean? But to me, him never the focus. He lost focus somewhere along the way. But so like
Yeah. Oh, Romario Lawrence is asking, what's the producer's name? Maybe he want to get some song done.
me just know him as Rocky, you know. Me don't know Rocky Barnett up in Barrettown. By Barrettown.
Okay.
I don't know what is his studio name, but he may have a different business name. Yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody's reminding me that a coach did say on this platform that he had to take off his player. The JC bus after practice match.
You see what me I talk about? I don't lie, me I tell you. All right, a serious thing. No joke.
But somebody up here saying that Cornwall College saying that they have a good saying that they have a good system afterwards to take care of the player is passive recruitment.
No, but we deal with it. So if you come to the school and you matriculate the right way, you represent the school, student athlete, academics plus your regular thing. We can't just say, well, all right, in come to and play ball, your ball days don't know, goodbye. We have to look for your, yeah man, we talk about Ricardo Williams. Top is Deshaun Woolery. Yeah man. We have to talk about you, we have to help you get into school. Because if you do your work, school work, so forth, we have to help you at the university level. Top went to a junior college, San Jacinto in Texas, and then he left and went to University of Nevada, Las Vegas. That is top. Deshaun Woolery. He played for Jamaica on the same team too. Very good player.
I remember him, yes.
Lawrence Salesman, all of those players.
Yeah, Salesman. Salesman went to university. I think he was at GC Foster. Yeah, he went. Yeah, he played at. He played for GC Foster. Salesman, yes. Yeah. Awesome. Well, listen. I mean, no, you're a dentist now, so I mean, still do your private practice, or are you in retirement now?
No, man, can't retire. That's the bread and butter, you know. So that's why I give myself 2 more years in football, and then I gone into my other profession.
What about your son? He's still playing because I haven't seen him in the league this season.
No, I'm not. He was planning to go away. So I think he was kind of a little disgruntled with a lot of things that's happening. So he take a break, sort out his brain. But I see him start training again, and I start working with him in the mornings now. So we'll see what I'm going to do after this.
Okay. Any other family member in the sport right now?
No. Just him alone.
Just him alone. All right.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, his name is Huan Weatherly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard from the Howard University people that who was the weatherman? Was it you or Paul? Who was called the weatherman at
Howard? No, I was weatherman.
Howard. Yeah?
Me a weatherman and Paul a puppy.
Oh, so you are the weatherman and Paul is puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, Coach Weatherly, it's an hour and 45 minutes that we are on. Really want to thank you, for coming on. Really appreciate it. I see a question coming on here. I don't know if you can answer it because you're a doctor. I was going to close, but why we have to take vaccine to play under 16? I don't know. I'm unaware of that, so I don't know if that is being said to you because you probably know what's going on.
No, well, it's a thing, you know. It's a set them rules, you know. We can't go against the rules. So because first and foremost, well, all right, before this vaccine came in, then everybody under 12 years old had to be vaccinated before COVID, pre-COVID.
Yes.
Everybody had to be vaccinated before you could enter prep school, primary school, infant school. That is a requirement. Why?
Yes.
Why then did not um oppose that from that time? Because what? Nothing. So now the vaccine. I am vaccinated. I even took my booster. So everybody
Yes.
coming in and around, it may not prevent you from getting the disease, but at least it will save your life in terms of you it won't be so serious. Or you understand me? Because of your building up your
Definitely.
immunity in your body. So I cannot have anything against it. So even if it they develop it to the 5-year-old one now, I see where some people doing that 5 years. Cuba is doing it earlier than that because of the Cuban vaccine. But we need to start vaccinating everybody. That is just my take. I'm not going to force anybody, but at least the laws of the land state that the other vaccines, everybody under age 12 must be vaccinated. So but why should it be any different now?
Yeah.
Why should it be any different now, but? And we see, and like I said, COVID is real, you know, and like I said, we don't see that happening now. We see it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Come on.
We see it. All right.
Yeah. Loud Music Entertainment asking, where is Junior?
I don't know which junior I'm talking about.
There you go. All right. So listen, again, thank you, Doc. Really appreciate your time. Looking for listen, I'm going to call you because I need to
It's probably,
you know,
I know, probably if it's music, it's probably my son I'm talking about. That is Dean Julian. He's a farmer. He has his doctorate in pharmacology. He lives in the States also.
Okay.
But he used to play golf. He played golf for Jamaica. You see, we have them all over. Right.
You have them say sound like you have a lot of them all over the world, man.
Yeah, no, well, most of them in the States, but yeah. All right, party.
Yeah, man. So thank you so much for your time. Appreciate your work in football, your history at Cornwall College and in Montego Bay. Yeah, man. So really appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I know you're busy, but like I said, today is a relaxed day and you took the time to come on the platform.
Yeah.
I'm happy for that, and I'm very sure that all the persons watching would have enjoyed, you know, your honesty and your understanding of the game, sharing all of those things that you shared with us. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to having more conversations with you, and continue to mentor those coaches, grooming them so that you know you leave a legacy. So when you're gone, there'll be others to carry on the great work that you have accomplished as well. Hope that in as you leave the sport that you'll do something to revive Violet Kickers so that they can again ply their trade in the Premier League, hopefully one of these
Probably
days.
you give me a little thought there, but that is something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you very
All
much.
right, Dr. Dean Weatherly. Thank you.
All right. Good.
There you have it, people. Dr. Dean Weatherly. What a story. Humble man, lot of success. Won it all at the schoolboy level. Champ Ben Francis, Olivier Shield, the Dacosta Cup, Champions Cup. Four titles. Not many coaches. I think there's only one other who I think two other coaches who would have done that. Miguel Coley and I believe Lenny Hyde. Big company. One of the only coaches to have won the Dacosta Cup, a schoolboy title, and a Premier League title in the same season while practicing his profession. Wow. Howard University graduate. He won as a player, he won as a coach. So many great stories about people who have done great things. And we just want to highlight them and let them know how much we appreciate them for the work that they have done. I also want to thank you for joining and for watching and being a part of this interview. Listen, there's no financial contribution, there's no great gain from doing this thing except that we all get entertained and we learn and we understand the history. And so we ask you to like the video, subscribe to the platform, and to share it. That's a way you support the work that we're doing. It encourages us to keep on putting out material like this. Also want to thank our sponsors, Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. If you need $100,000 Jamaican tomorrow, call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. When you call, you let them know you're calling from I Am Sure Sports, and you will get 0 to 4% interest rate, no processing fee, and same-day processing. Also, a big thank you to Launch Legacy. Handle risk, seek legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. Launch Legacy yesterday did a podcast on our show. Patrick Reed and Darrell Wong. I mean, good. They're financial advisors. Listen, if you have not yet, as soon as this is finished, give a listening ear to it. All right. Also, big thank you to Trick Nick, yes, for their sponsorship and their support to the platform. I'm going to leave you now. I am Management. You have just watched another episode of the Coach's Corner on I Am Sure Sports. I'm going to leave you with a word from Trick Nick, and we will see you again later when we discuss some reggae girls, football. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe and be good.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?